Sumwe. Semunyina Frenu FM Studio Sa Ewa Kanda Adisawe and Crying. Yaka ho Ewa Facebook no so Unia 95.1 FM on Facebook. Obekin Kaya Unia online.com oba na wa like page no na fe wa share na bibia akọ na nimo ken kan so na wa Unia online.com aken kan bi edi amaye. Some do so pa wie na yabone bede ede be so mo don hwe ba ku free sabre ko sise donko ebebo ansane asore nkonwa kasie so. Kasi abaye de enam no de edima akoten bi ene se
Ghana National Fire Service company for the abetu dwa se na no memne da na juda suomu Agyarko obi ene ne ma afie ye nipa nson wafa wo mprakromu ayo nyankopon edia
Yabeko brekum e obono mantem no amane bo afie oba ene se brante wadi mfinhia aduonu enum na se nko okokro no bo light achi na ku no
e won sanfofro mi so achiamehene ede mo my Ghana mra shebedwa no aban bagben edia tu dwa se 8 parliament no be ya achiamehene no waje ne hogina ya chese niema hodo amamrem wo se ne nsaka kora no eyade a wokun hu entokwa
sem no do so pa dodo na ka we num ho ena wie yede enam se kasebo ewie ya kenkanfo eye oyikupiesie Kwame Asante ewie mene
nana ma Agyarko afabusuafo kasebo no emu enchiremu enni enu ada ya pram tobra kasebo mu ene yede ebetu mu anim se na memne da anajo konkon anajo eda suomu obatan bi wone ne ma ena kire se wo mu egudam a enwunajo a wo mu eda wani ba wo ho so no na chese enipa enso ne de wo mu nyina akaja ato eyade a waye onyankopon de na mu enchiremu ni se enipa enso no emu enum eye nkwada be se afi ekopim efinhia dun 1 to 15 years ena mienu eye obatan ena afi nso ne ba eba pani na chese na wo mu eda edani mu a adomfo ene fire service for ba na kopie mu hono mu a wo mu entimi entwitwa anji wobia na enchiremu kakra ene se ababa woni ni kunu se de enu ada yeyi mu ahyetre no ena kire se ai koratwe eni broken heart ribi ena kire se ache no ena waje ne ho ba bia enye se ne yire ne atwempono ne nete wono ma wo ne manyi na awie wo atwempena wo na chi enti anadwo konkon anadwo dasuo mu ena okotwe gya ede etu fie ni mu na wo wie ya pe ena wo se de aduro ne de ena emi nsume ku mi hu bi wode ne ho ka enwura enti o ma 40 wo ho egu enwura mkɔhwehwɛ na kira kwa no na wo no so wahye ne ho benifo de atu dwa sese de emu ni nyina wo de akɔ mu ewa police for asoye ya kire se wo mugusu ensem no wo yam ehwehwɛ mu yegusu a ye pusu homa ne se ensa ebetimi aka fire service for kasamafo ya na se opening kase ya wo central region wo kasamafo DO2 Abdul Hudu wasi wo ne na twetwe nkomode afa nsem we se hu ye nsa kan no enti ye nto aso
ya to so na ye kobono mantam no emuna ukopie mu ewo brekum emonte so a arokosem efiri oba ene se abrante bi e wadi emfinhia be se aduonunum ya chese kanemrante bremu a eno wei yanka adwumaden ne enkofa no kwakọ wobono mantam nso kra de ka ne ka obekoi na so dane ko ho odwa kofie gu fom saa ene ade wedia wase wanya ne saa omri ni mogya ni enya adwumanti anadwo da suo mu wa bre omanfo ada no se ukontena na wabonte anu akobu ani se odan na obenya anu wabu ani na ne walutum niema nyina edekọ na yesi da koro ye ka fofo enti enne anadwi ena wokọ sa akoro no bokoro ye bi ewo biaye bi a wo kire se wonom enwa fried rice ewo honom a wokọ na wakobu container no ani na wakọ sesam niema na fried rice de na ise mu no wokọ sesa na stew na nam a yachi asi wo no wokọ akọfa koro no bofun we ye bo eni abrante ekodu wonom kikiri obi nim de ekosi ye se na light ewo hono homa no ho hyeda atete ho ne ade a enti ene wokoti abiso na girigigim fani mu te se power ya pana sumo Damascus kwa so na nya asem ketwa e chan yire mu ene abrantie mu ni hwe ye kutukum ade a chen na amanfo no ekopie ho no ma wona ewuda hoyi na eno nenam so ema assembly woman a wono na akonya me be kire electoral area ewo brekum emonten so a wo honom ede atudwa e kire se empotem ho no che so mu wia nkwan nyina ya enya asem ketwa eno bi na nka hwe abrantie ekoya nyame eni ne ho afofia ofamu ahwere ne nkwan
nkwan kura si wo ye nkwan no na se wo buo no wo te tokro na wo fufu wo be pie ni ba wie de ko aba wo bebre obi aya ne nkwan a ono wo tokro ma wo ni fufu no na di ba na wo so ba wie gu bakati ade kwa ase ho wati ase eti esra boys no mesra omo nyina ye ma mo ja wo be mu no bia de wo nsumi yesra omo mfo nyame ɔmfa nyame na ɔmo nsesa su ane ban ɛfiri sɛ na nneɛma mu ɛden wiase no a ɛkɔ n'anim wobɛfa bi pe
Abrantie no na nka kro no a wokọ akọbọ no na anhyeda ankoyie amfa ma na enei akọwiewie no sɛ de akọwie no yi na wɔnom akyerɛ mu sɛ wɔn anya nenteye sɛ baabi a aduru no wobi awuda abɔnten ɛne sɛ wɔnom ɛkɔ akɔhwɛ a mpaniampara ne nuane ampa wɔnom ɛkɔduruye no na de ebesie asie
or fried rice or her total two filling station and that's why you say brand say aba be wada ha buy no the idea ni who ye say baby and na ya send baby awa why no light ever ho no match so then nice say oh yes all why no or tin ho an enje enti nam so e ma light no eche na o tiem obo bo anyina be na ka se no o tie ma no o pemwa so na say breku ma ye ho obi tiem a na akoye ekum na obi adwane nti obi antimi aba ba gina ne nan e ko share abrante nda de ne ba ko say wantimi atwero sam radio
na kyese sabre die ne ebeya na ya abrantie nti o ya abrantie a kopa adwumaye ne jai kro no bo
ya pem so pem to breka se bom na yakoyanim adehia wo East Gonja municipality awa Savannah mantamu ati wo ho agumonte so twintonto atwe daredi kojan abowo mu eti wo bu akire se wo bo my Ghana na afofam a enkofo hwiri ebosesi won kanea egina so ne akoso mu kanea ene de eka ho nyina da ne egina so hyirenyi ya kyese minister energy ya bo na abaso na so bepiem ewo mpatam ho ma won de esum kabisi ena abo epini womo ewo honomu wonim nia ekoso ya chese sesi and Volta River Authority woni Northern Electricity Distribution Company Netco womu dwumadi ahodo de ekoso womu ma enchiremu papa bia eno an se Africa cho edundum nko a na ekoso wompatam honomu womu nyi asutire womu ma enchiremu se munda mo ho so na ebia ebire sei anase ebire wei enkania ne yebedum no enkania ne yebeso wo bedware a wo bekọ adwuma wo mra meduru fie no na kire se wo ma appliances wo niam e wo fie de ja be fam afam de ase na kire se ase wo nwia na ehye fridge mu na kire se ya na sse kania no abra wo mu pe bia e na wo mu dundum no nti se de wo si dondo afrote gare wo mani abre ebuafu se ekwan a wo mu de wo enam so no wo tete wa brabo wo ha wo mu pa sukufuo wo mu adwadifo wo mu masonfo wo carpenterfo wo hairdresserfo wo mu ya wo mu nyina eyusu enkanea en wo mu edidi adwuma entinia ekoso no enyade a wo mu ebo edwoso ya kwa homa no so na me colleague ya wo Salaga Nadra Muhammad nia ekoso wo hono no waboyemu. Hello Muhammad, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Eti say
Yami adom.
Wona wo was ko wonu mu ne mfama ye gina so saa e de na ekoso e wo East Gonja municipality.
So Uba Salga had there and they used to ask to pass a demonstration. Now, almost concerning in an electricity crisis. Now, Uba Salga had there, according to the Omo can say, they want to make them light into say 20 times. And so, my business normally having in our crowd, the small scale business, then you know, a book because some of the best fridge, light in your juma. We go for fun and your money, I say. And so, light item there, and then a chassis, Omo complaining, sir, Omo so, and the almost see almost so. Now, my son, your demonstration, I said, my government,
na abai no anase Netco fo na wo mo ho no no eye bia wo the announcement bi ba wo mo inform residents ni say e bia based on this ye nya challenges bi your friend is say ECG po bi anase bia wo mo machine bi ho aka enti ye bedum kanea wo mo the information bi ba out.
Obviously, in recent times, don't more any information be but previously that was last 2 years, last year, you know. Normally, don't catch them when they say, transformer, no, wait, I bet that's so. Then, yes, I'll use a transformer about other 4 towns are connected to the same transformer, and I'm wait, so. And so, I show you, more substation, I was Salagaha. But from that period, ever since the Omo substation here, and Sama, almost to me, who's waiting, and that's with the but Omo, Omo Ankasa, Omo investigation, Elcon, VRA. Very focus on say the almost situation is beyond them. They have to seek intervention from the central government.
Yo, na enade echi ye ni mu adwo kakra nka ne ani gina so. Anansa se de eti dada na.
And that the Jinasu because district coordinating director no they all can say just last week omo yes some intervention be omo did some ahoma ko join bimbila there no nti ama abaye stable kakra. So for the past 1 week there I stable kakra but dum so there were low current hence voltage is strong here so they are asking say omu pese omu nyoman kasa omu substation and I say they should change them a line and ebe boom but for now the low current no na ewo but dum so they say for the past 5 days omu experiences are frequent dum so but ekoba kakra but not previously.
Chese kania no wo so but ano nye din so e low.
Yes.
Any omo brepa ma yemfa nsi na ye na wasinti no net kofo de waso mu ye bia waso mu yesan say yes na energy minister dwuma no wo mu twintwa na kwam abusuafo me colleague ya wo wasalaga Nadra Muhammad ne eno na nyina da emu no adehye eneda dua ya won so ete painting kwa e wo montin so obu ache say net kofo ene wo mu endi ne yie wo mu sese wo mu edam enema wonua ne sese wo mu fridge mu no yentie nsama hodo a wo de etu eja ebi.
Please, the rice is causing so much problem to our business. Because as let's just mention, I'm selling clothing. My shop is hot. I wanted to buy AC, but because of the low current, I can't buy the AC. And then our mothers too, they are selling water, beer, and then soborodo. Their soborodo is always spoiling. So please, we are pleading the government. You should try and then fix our light for us. And then we have a poor road too. We are pleading on the government to please and then do our road for us. And then we are suffering from water problem. And then we are also pleading to the government. Then we will try and then support us and then we will be able to.
I'm having a cold store. Usually this lighting system in Salaga is affecting us. Usually you go and buy your items, you bring it, and then before you just realize the light is off. Before the light is off, in a day we can have a light of more than 10 times. And then like usually when we bring when we do a new stock inside our store, in case if there's light off, usually all the items just spoil. And then usually we go in for loan, and then as a business this inventor, when you go in for loan, definitely you have to pay back. But as the light usually go off, then usually it affects us. And then usually we have low this patronage from our customers. And then sometimes as the dish also spoil, the scent of the dish the fish also discourage the customers to come and buy from us.
Abusiafo na kire se womanfo no wo mo bre two troubles one god akwanfo amonam so wompatem ho no nyasam ketua enkane enso a net kofo ene wo mu endi ne yie wo kwan bia eso cost of de du samre no masema ye mobbo hairdresser fo no masema ye mobbo e matan ya wo mu ton yes pure de no wo nso aye mobbo pare ni nyina da emu no netco adwumayefo ya wo som womanfo anyamo anwode enkane no wo mu nso yentie nsam a wo de ato yanim.
Holding this placard to let you know that we are all part of this. Thank you very much. And we shall thank you.
Enti wedi na kire se wo manfo no twintonto boko jan don petition ekoda netco fo no officials ne ba kuso mu wa ha no hokora asan se asam no omu nim ba bi afiri ba o ma tintinya afa ni long kire mu bia netco admefo ni bi ensem ene yeteye no
yankwa sentiment mu na yenyine mu ewo Swami magazine ne efiri oba ene se wo mo kira wanya ntiye se ankrankra bi anyame aye na dom ato ne nsemu eba abetu mo afiri mazi ho ba bi a wonom edi wo dwuma no na eno aka ho bi amomanfo edi atodwa kire se da bi o wo mo firi tetemre santini na ya mpontemre so na watena Swami honom a aye adwuma ya ne ye kire se baka ho pempena de ne ade a etisa wa bankran no wakwa aboso kan ɛhɔ na wobɛnya no na afei ɛbɛyɛ den ɛna ɔmanfoɔ yi ate asimu sɛ anaasɛ obi aba sɛ wɔba abɛtu wɔnom na wɔnom ɛwɔ zone ɛwɔ so amemazi hɔnom ɛno na wɔde atodwa ɛkyɛ sɛ zone 13 foɔ no ɛna ɛne wɔde atodwa ɛkyɛ sɛ baabi a ɔmo ɛwɔ no kyɛ sɛ kwabrane ate asi wɔn kɔn so sɛ ɛneɛ wɔntu na wɔmmra ɛmɛ develop hɔnom sɛdeɛ ɔde bɛyɛ deɛ wɔne ne nyame nko a ɛna ɛnim na amanfoɔ yi a wɔnom ɛdi dwa wɔ hɔ yi ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛfiri afe apem ahankron aduɔson nkron 1979 ɛna asantemawura na de wadom wɔn a wɔn edidi hɔ nkakrakrakra ɛne sɛ wɔnom ɛkɔda sɔre yɛ adakoro pɛ kwabrane sɛ wɔtu wɔnom ɛde afiri hɔ aka bi moate ɔho agu mmɔnten so ɛde firi kyiwa ahyɛ kokromotie so aka ahwe so katwen adan a wɔnom ɛyɛ ɔyɛ kyerɛ
ɛyɛ nanu fiada ɛnɔma ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ ha sei ɛna yɛni abere magazine zone 30 yɛni abere yɛsi yɛ mpene na mpene wɔ kyina na deɛ si yɛ no yɛkɔ na natafo hene hɔ ɔso wɔn obi akwan so ndi dwumadie bia wɔ ha yɛfiri wɔn yɛkɔ MC ɛyɛ municipal assembly wɔn so wɔn obi atumi sɛ ɔndi dwumadie bia wɔ ha na busuafo deɛ teɛ ne sɛ ɛyɛ asase yɛ ti so executive instrument ɛda so ɛyɛ yɛwura Rollins a wɔnyɛ no baabi kɔ ɛna gya sɛ agyapadeɛ yi ɛde maa magazine fo a zone 13 yɛka ho ɛda yɛte so ɛda yɛdi yɛn dwuma na ɛbaa ne sɛn ɛna nipa baako ɛbɛ so ɔgye na ɔdu nipa over 5,000 every year na ɔbɛdi ne dwuma wɔ ase eti yɛma mpanyinfo aso ate sɛ ɛnyɛ adeɛ a yɛbɛpene ɛnnɛ yɛpene ɔkyerɛ bi nipa bɛyɛ 5,002 na ɔde mpafa asase no nyɛ deɛ ɔpɛ eti yɛbɛsrɛ ɔmampanyin sɛ asɛm yɛ kan wɔ ne direct sɛ ɔtie yi a asɛgɛrɛgye sɛ situation member yɛsrɛ no wɔnhwɛ takyimai ɛnnɛ takyimai wɔnkɔhwɛ takyimai magazine deɛ ɛkɔ so na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔmo gu ahyɛkiri magazine no so a ɔmo nka nkyerɛ ahyɛkiri magazine no so ɔpɛ sɛ ɔmo gu no a ɔmo nka nkyerɛ ɛnɛ sɛ ɛnnɛ magazine no wokɔ takyimai na ɔkɔhwɛ dwumadie no a ɔmo gyina hɔ a ne sɛ ɔmo gu ahyɛkiri magazine no ɔmo gu no koraa ɛnnɛ wotum nipa bɛyɛ 5,000 ɔmo nkɔhe ɔmo nyɛ gyina kɔ takyimai Unya gina kwata chima na uwa kuro uno asante na wote no lege se wotima jena umba ko kudu kura ende basra bai yeni abre because starting zone 12 ade starting zone 12 ade dita the zone 13 wa oju
na chese kekakọ start zone 12 edu zone 13 na be kakra na chese yadwiri so amenyina agu yenkwa na yare minu akwa me yebo a entwetwe nkomo wono to yenkra fra sentiment mu akoma 87.9 FM no dini juma Kwame ma ha
Bejo so fa Asante
na wo ni shop zone 13 ho bi won
ofa me ni shop mo azin ha fra
wampa na omo se hwan e na etu omo afri ba bi a omo ye omo adwuma yi
Ofamida say anopai mekase oyekire no ehya asa 8 am na tikia mekase no omudi ni nyina aba na wieye na omukire say asem no ebobo free last week Thursday anopa omuba adwuma no na omuhu say obi edi nchense abebram saa bia ya zone 13 shops ni woni nyina na nipa no asan etro letter kura asan de tare nkofo so ho a asama waka nyina ne se wato zone 13 asase na ofa zone 13 asase na meka ho asem no according to mpanyinfo mu ye adwuma ho mo kire se omo ne omo nkura no omo buru 5,000 wo sabia ho obatafo area ha na satro magazine ha omo buru 5,000 na omo kire se omo hu letter ne sa no omo bo kire ekọ tafo nananom ahimfie ekobusaye ese asase no omo na ye omo dia anya bia omo ni mu se ya ton dia mo bi ema nana ya omo kire se tafo hene na afia ahimfo na omo wa ahimfie no ka kire magazine fo no se omo nton asase bia mo bia enoma omo ebebubu saade na saa nipa no obaye asad na anu Thursday no na ene oye kira no pa omo ye nyina na asema omo ka nyina ne se nipa no empe ne ho asema ma onsi ahabio na de etoso mienu omo mpe so mbeti se panyini bi abeka kire omo se asase no omo firi so enkoba ifufura na se panyini bi abeka kire omo se omo ton asase no na we na omo aye no kokoba omo kire se asase omo firi hayi omo be ko manhia yifie na omo de akoda otumfo anu achi ombesa correction sister ho na omo de akoda no se ba bi omo te no obi abasa ochinchu omo saje na sa nipa no omo mpene maba akofo metu nipa 5,000 anu aduane mu
na mum so mu hu se nipa no aba be di saa nneɛma na ɔbɛyɛ no last Thursday na anhwɛ mogye begu watafora no nya de mpanyinfo bɛpɛ nti we na ɔmo ka no ne nyinaa ekowie sɛ mpanyinfo nhwɛ na saa private developer no ɔmo stop no nti saa anhwɛ de ebesi akye no ɛnyɛ papa ɛwɔ so ɔmo.
Enti sesei no wɔn mo kyerɛ sɛ nipa no ɔmo kɔsi da bɛn sɛ ɔmo mfiri asase no so.
Time a ɔde letter no bɛbɔ hɔ ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ deɛ ɛma no yɛ wɔn wakora ne sɛ yɛwɔ da no ɔmo ba no pa na nipa deɛ abɛtare that means nipa no de ba ahomakye ɛna ɔde bɛtetare hɔ nti no sɛ nipa no nsuro nti no na nka ɔmo hwɛ sɛ ɔno ankasa bɛbɔ ɔmo anim na wɔbɛsɛvo saa letter no de ama ɔmo nanso ɔmo ba no pa no na ɛtetare hɔ nom nti asɛd now no ɔmo hu sɛ yɛ simasi ana ɔbɛnti na ebedi saa adwuma na mmom ɔmo deɛ ɛyɛ wɔn ne na ɔmo te de afa mframa de ama saa nipa no sɛ onim na ɔba deɛ a anhwɛ ɔne ne dom nyinaa mogya bɛpra mo ɛwɔ ha sei nti nipa no so letter no hwɛ a wɔsɛti ɛwɔ mu sɛ asa time ɔde bɔ hɔ no saa time no ɛbɛsi ɛnɛ bia no ɛsɛ ɔmo firi hɔ na ɔbɛdi ne dwuma as a private developer.
Ara kyɛ sɛ ɛni na wɔtwe koraa wɔ anaa meboa.
Ɔfɛ ɛni na wɔtwe n'ano Thursday yɛ twɛm yɛ na sɛ ɔkyerɛ na yɛ 1 week.
Na yɛde na wɔtwe tu.
Fasɛ ne deɛ ɔwɔ na adeɛ deɛ ɔde na adeɛ na ɔde ne nsa benkum gyeɛ nti sɛ ne ɔna ɛwɔ ne sika na ɔtutu a.
Ɛne ɛkɔpɛ store wɔ hɔ na abɔ asese wɔ hɔ ho sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ adeɛ bɛfiri mu atɔ fam biara no bɛma yɛ ne yɛtiefo aso ate yɛda ase pa Kwame ɛne amanebɔ awie.
Ɔda
Yenu abema Kwame yebo ato yen krefra Asantema ntemu akoma 87.9 FM no dini djuma amanebo efri mazi ya zone 13 for say private developer bi epe wono matu ono emu nchiremu na wode abesom ye ni
Prem Tobreka se bo uguso awutie de free Onua 95.1 FM so abusua ye tiasi amanyosemu Oman Ghana achiame hini chair speaker of parliament right honorable Aban Somana Kingsford Backben na wode ahintasem bi aba betu dwa se Ankasa free 2021 ebepim 2025 now we yes speaker of parliament 8 parliament no wajene ho gina nkasa ewo ne dwumadie emuo na ansa na parliament kora ano ebeboa na wo mo ebeto no so aba 7 January ebeche 7 January no kora no Ghana fo nyina da edi adanse se niema esi ye ewo na bato abre so parliament house no na enya asem ketua kora na samre no yenya hang parliament 137 independent member of parliament and a say wojina emfifi enu entini na chese ne MPP for eyi wa mu speaker ya na chese Professor Michael Kwe and anko mo de na second term and na NDC for so yi wa mu speaker Aban Backben so wa mu ankasa and na wa mu epe no na esanse na parliament na apai na obi bia betimi afamu ntino wa mu wo no mu a do mu yansa soja for santan abodom pem e wo parliament ho no mo afede abato no mu kura no emra shebedwani bi kura de okwawe pepa emo no ankasa oje ne ho gina ekoye maabo ekoye kire se eni boot for boot pa ewo parliament ho no mo na na abato no ekire na wo so awie ye fi na dwumadi ase no eni na enu anase nansa ene beto dwa wo monte sai asra dom kura chese speaker e waso mo ebo ne chidom ewo ne dwumadi na akone abamu kura ya redro wo mu nyina sede nka emra ne ese speaker biada no wo wasojafo a na akone abadiem dwumadi mu no wo kwa wo no na ekọ wo ba wo no ba no esanse o free opposition party mu na ebent no wo mo withdraw wo mu nenso twetwere ho saa wan hyeda ansemre ne adaje bia ho akwa tifidie hu yanse speaker asoli ne dua so wo yale na wensu free hifa yesi speaker antiapo na chese wodi atrenche wo koba yesi ne okogya yarsa wo Dubai na speaker fa ha wo ba parliament yase so hwe ni nipa ba ni su a wode ti won matimi se akwa no wo yale papa eniema ekoso ewo ne widie mu na enura da wagina simpie so atono no mutuo se we survive in silence o na wan kasa no na no hu se wo gine ho gina nkasa wo se MPP aban ya na mampani na adodanko akufado na wo munimu no esanse wo ye NDC mrahye bedwani asanso abeye minister da wo mfiri ni party mtu wo mu di nani ankasa empokra ne se de amamra ne se na apam ne hye yesi tie no eniema wodo bia ye entitlement a wo be ye speaker wo se won saka no wo no nko ano de o mo wedro ye wo se ni predecessor ya ono kwaye Professor Mike Erenokwe kura no handing over kura no wanye bi ena wa kire ne se adwuma me be ye mfinhia nani machi se ne tie intimidi eja wo ye tie speaker of parliament Aban Backben and Samoa wode atu eja
took over after what happened on the floor, and I was sworn in and I moved to my office I was expecting to meet Professor Michael Quinn for us to have a chat, and I didn't meet him there. So I asked, where's Prof? And then once he was told that he's gone, he drove home. I said, what do you mean by that? You mean he drove himself? He said, no, some driver drove him home. Why? Why won't he wait for us to have a chat and discuss how to transit? And that was all. And so I really suffered a lot in silence. And because I wasn't also in government, almost all my, courtesies and others were taken away. I didn't get them at all for the 4 years that I was Speaker in the 8th Parliament. Ambassadors were afraid to meet me at the airport. They were even afraid to extend vehicles to me when I was doing official work outside. And I read some of the things they told you that I did outside, which were not true at all. We are bringing a new bill to also look at the parliamentary transition. We passed a law, and that is one of the reasons I said what I said earlier on, that we're passing laws for the executive, forgetting about parliament. So we passed a Presidential Transition Act, but there is no law governing the transition of parliament. And you all saw what happened on the 7th of January 2021, because that was a peculiar situation where you have a hung parliament, and there was a serious struggle to get me, coming from a party that is not in government, to be a speaker of people in government.
Eti we say eya chiamehine de my Ghana mra shebedware right honorable speaker Aban Soma na Kingsford Backbane wo hwa na kire se wagene ho gina nkasa so otu kwan kura mpo na Ghana aban na musifo ya mwo various embassies na e woso mu be hia ne kwan na kire se cars be fa no kura no wo ye bema pa yuti se mu speaker aba obia enim eno ya kwa homa no so ne no opening kase a wa ben na wonim de ewo amanwesem san so e kire ho ade Professor Jonathan Asante Ochre akwatwetwe nkomo e de afasa nsem wese ho. They say Prof executive director ya o that think tank no ye bedi no so ho nkomo. Hello Prof, ayema ha mo akwa abadeba onua kase ebo eso.
Mania banka ba me de say bia me do Prof, Mr. Doctor.
Oh sorry, me feel Prof first no nyina. Say that ya o da won so wa atwema de amaso.
Nkom she.
Enche bebe. Dog ya da se awi adaje ni mre wanya de amaye. Every speaker Edin Samia to Jenny who say hang parliament, coming from opposition party, ebe ye speaker no. Na batu amuni na batu echinema bebresi and ready to jay send entertainment crown do baby ne muaye den no. Openi usom se said your politicians kachire Ghana for say ye wo mrane hihye ye nisui na speaker den sembi se bebe to dwa. Eyamo man Ghana ya manwa ayeye.
Mnya ba me da wase ma menchia Onia FM tiefo nyina ewie se TV for so council de ani ahwe for so mechia wo.
Yeah, that's it.
I think to say I should be caught on record say perhaps the best speaker we've had apart from Justice Annan is most likely Aban Babel Sumana. To thank you to navigate all the odds as Speaker of Parliament when your party is not in government. I went to me and my situation. Obetimi akwata ni nkrofeti ama Parliament. Akwakoye etutra brebiano. It should take somebody with skill and tact to be able to do so. And we share a better crampa NPC for super majority so to call. What say is that to protect the micro minority so that their rights will not be trampled upon. To come out with such open statement, it tells you that we have a speaker par excellence, to be frank with you. So, I say, a brave or two coin. Take a decision in Parliament. I think with this suspension of budget. This a buyer and not your wife. Attorney Chair and Sakraye. For buyer, no, they were expecting say you will overturn everything. Was it that? Or coaching and I can say, oh, we should let it go. And until say a speaker such as this, and you had a president who was so petty, like President Akufo-Addo, vindictive in the mind, having somebody who was your colleague in Parliament, as Speaker of Parliament then and now, ordinary courtesy you could not extend to him. Such an apology, such an appalling president that we had. I'm not missing words on this. And probably, I don't want to think, dear Dr. Bauman, you knew something of that sort and did not talk about that. Or behind the scenes, you did not say, ABC and D should be done. System. Say, Brewe, Papa, we Casas and we. So your beer, Okuta Agyarko, in Kasama see 2021, 7th January, no? Within the 8th Parliament as Speaker of Parliament, he could have instituted investigation in which whoever ordered the military to enter the 8th Parliament should be brought to book. And Konkosi Dabe crime will always not have an expired date or time. It is every man who found that about me abraso. Say your month committee by. And if your month with Mompa, it could have transitioned into the non-parliament as an investigation that ought to be continued. But this man, wanting the peace of this country, and also the integrity of the military to be intact, he felt otherwise. Even some of us called on him, say, something of that sort should be investigated because it bordered on the integrity and, of course, the sovereignty of the nation.
Okay.
The said that was in itself a kind of coup d'etat. A kind of coup d'etat. As I no woman, Peria to Obama. So we knew when we knew, and share with him. So we did not have even a constituted parliament. They were elected, but we did not have a constituted parliament that had taken the oath of office. Into the Wusha, Niaba, Sanimo Winano, necessarily way I go through all this to get to the 9th Parliament. And today he feels say that's what happened in the 8th Parliament in here. This is the same speaker. The friend said Chief Justice Yatuna Konyaso. And next mature petition, 2 minority for petition say the speaker should ensure say the vetting process for the acting Chief Justice should not take part. Emma would be said, Chief Justice way, and now opening a fenny markets. After Kotikwaso, FOPA was Supreme Court. Emma within more time, Supreme Court got constituted, and then an injunction was instituted against the Speaker, and then for that particular parliamentarian, Omo Adano Omoa, per the Constitution of Omunise Eternal Parliament.
Dog, the Awokai, Mimra Mukakra, and to what you said they are not president, only now buying one a quiet with this speaker and Namsono, and no NT and NPP, MPs Nibis, no Nebi a Quabisno, one Mubun and Mutia. I was starting for Joe say, we should speak at now, say, a ruling bill, or 2 to a pair and will be over 10 speaker, dear, and then about vacant seat in someone says, me, Yenim say, a yamra. At that parliament, one more, and the predecessor applies and Merano at the year. You may speak and quack ye beer. Not just say MPs said one more anti one was it. And Tibet me, I can say, because I of free and this movement, the president, any MPs, major, those so called majority, not that recognition, respect. I was some of the man, now I'm on farmer, unya.
Oh, I know, and no one, Praguna, Abonitisono. You just hit the nail right on the head. That is exactly the case. In Kabana say, and Afonyo markets, minority leader now. I was say, minority Akunyano, a Numia Kunya, Omukon Kotanasa Abiano, and then if I know what here. Arrogance and pride. And Nakoko Mosam Pepper so Mujinasono. They had no respect for him, but you see, Mr. Aban Babin, the speaker, par excellence, always ensure say he was on the side of the law. And as someone would dinner parliament to Kaye, Abra Chief Justice Ebuwe say what the injunction at Tosania Maniama no sono. So Makaya the press will you know. He virtually told the Chief Justice that time will tell. Na ebrebe baba no mbebu nkunta. Sanne we nyina no krampo kire say Chief Justice Yetuna Hunyaso she does not deserve to be Chief Justice. And I am here so your bar na bibi say ye dem
na say offer processing. Na say offer processing. Dog offer processing. Yeah, appointing man converting na.
I wouldn't even wish that for because it's I wouldn't wish that for my mother, I wouldn't wish that for her. But to say come in one somewhere other administrative processes our committees near the Juma recommended Sani po enye ne say no. Wonu etimisha no ho as Chief Justice wo me yiwedi. And I have a simple example in Cape Coast of a certain young man called Eric Asari, in which the Chief Justice recommended his removal or sacking from the judicial service. When in actual fact that was not what the committee recommended. These and many other things. You share a petitioner and go for at the for the Mamia. So I'm going through. I'm telling you, Senka, and I'm going to say about Ghana, and unfortunately, you have the opposition that have turned things of that nature in a partisan manner. I will DHA from a partisan perspective, without actually, interrogating the issues from head on. Okay. But we should be thankful that we have a speaker who has come throughout the ladder.
Okay.
Throughout the rope. And then some catchers say, Bia, see, I never lucky as on mine, and I ain't know be a national doubt to Speaker Babina. I see a compananka coup betimiesi. The son sank and you may be betimiesi to the opposition side. The son said majority did not have the numbers, and yet they were too arrogant and not ready to do business with the minority. So I can't be a speaker. Najin now. Maybe certain things would have happened in this country. Wouldn't have augured well for our democracy.
Yeah. Open here, that's say Adajian Mreya when ya Ede Amaya. Dr. Jonathan Asante Ebano Amanyumwa Wabinsu Waja Esa Sokra Eye Ho Ochre F4.
Yet was an iron anymore and some fufro emuna and they say what do any echimwa and chakrano na chese and they or my son hene wokopiemu ewo emra shebe dwafie na watimi ade afi anasa afi ebesimno wo my Ghana ko humesika no watimi ede honsem akotu dwaden den ama yehunu de ekro na sane amamra wotintim na afi apema hankro de okrom yenu 1919 constitution no echre no ene echre se yeba besi afi fufro mu a anya hwekura no November bosome no empa mu de na wo se maisa na hene no wapie mu emrahye bedwafie na wode akohomasika afi aye besim no yede ebebo oman no ho bra nyina ekoto edwa na eno aka ho bi ama afi nso saa pepepe ena owura atoforsen ebeye no ya ani eda kwan se bosome omu ne da etoso edumiensa ya chese na watwe se na pepepepe ena obedi se adwumadie no na ekoba ne sei a ye ba be kenkan budget sa na ne wo be kono na adwadifuo wono ma ekra niema wono ma ede niema kwa ma na ne ade wo bia ehwese ne de beba mu sa nso na ahyenkafo wono ma epamade ene ye nyina ye ka ho bi nsantwefo nyina ye nimde wo be ka ebeka so we de atwa yakoma so ne ade a na dodo na ya na empepi no ekoba sei a wonom ede wo ho agimu pa no eye adwadifuo enti eba ne sei a na ye wuramu baabi etise aboso kan yetumi wuramu baabi etise kantamanto ye wuramu tise opera square ne ade a na ye ne adwadifo no atwetwe nkomo sanse se eto balamoshi eba na ye introduce sa taxes na ya na empepi no wonom na ekasetia ya eha wonom adwuma pa dwumadie ahodo a wonom edimu enti ene awie ma ye wuramu ewo aboso kan na mene akua sapoma ofre na wose wede sapo yo so ne maame tunidin sapoma ba kono de menka akua ma ha
mejo so Kwame
anka me bo adaka mudin no so ene me de achewo
why are pa sa wa mo Kwame
akua boso kan for den on the 13th of November e de no mo hwe animu
Kwame medase Sadia media budget. Was waffle, I was saying, I want some to copy mu, Rasebedrum, no, I do a mine contact some, a sick assembly, a two jana, a draining to Suyabi, a war at the market, the forno, and my PR, Penny, our car at my aboso kai, more edgy, any commodisa say, there were the kai and a crampono, and Yansun Science, so I will Mujuma dear, so Nadiampo, and our more ash anymore, or at a cherry, Marco, but when I felt senior. Budget, yeah, money trouble, media budget. I was probably taxes free one affect here, I will Mujuma, but then put a motion.
You asked him, I mean, I'm sure for the and a crack almost say a bo. I will buy and so no, near what kind of deal, almost you say, ma, you might dinner, baby, no, in your papa way. So, once a car said dollar never form, once a dollar no affect BBR. Who to Kanya, who plane ticket to Papa dollar ninety, Sata and dollar ninety may be 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, Kuachi, I hope I can answer Crazy Yatis Yahomano so.
Okay, Kwame, Yantuaso.
And see, Emma, a ma etiquette is said, F and a boy, Emma. And see, Sata Nimo no sha, Nema Ebi Bupa, Minoka say, Neme Buabusuka, don't have a bar from that, a bois. Na port runner, I said, Mutimi and yeah, because the dollar number for so duty boss. I am for $4 for myself, so pass the bathroom. Full about for myself, so pass the bathroom. Full on the different from sweepers. Because, yes, sweepers, a duty, no, and a manner, a bath from the bathroom. Dollar bathroom, not duty in my for me. Send the nice baby Johnny.
And so, all parts say, as someone will rat at so forced in a kind port, a far port, I buy nine this one.
So far, dear, I think, sir, yes, you expecting because it done upon more matters this in Pau. And now, Osha spare person so that Omukutak Ashan almost 5 million Ghanaians. And it's a spare part industry. Say the big touch man affected some of Nina. Osha Drapona, Omu company pass. Steppers go no second back for more. Education they say a call on mutum say.
Okay.
Dollar back for ma. Let's just steppers say back for.
Okay, it's in Onyame Yaduma 13th at the end of the day na motion him.
13th there yet you want to say because we see last week no. Minister dey invite Aboso Association for no. Our mind because about we by serious no. Omo ya di bia fa in kontabu hu ni dia you invite Aboso Association. Et you know amount say no no dey ban dey nim ni wom because omo see no man frɛ yɛ. Meeting national will be different from every time. Me why na me say me why saying. Also, ye minister ne Asia wo Alisa Hotel saying fa budget. Na me say we are not aware. And then me no kasa we. Omu ko si agia fo ko si adwadifo. Fa how attack no. Omede ne you know. Ye nya aware. And the pay na me say so omu ye be talking peace which we are not aware. Eti me nim say Aboso kan for no. Everything say so omu ya de omu factor yen. Aboso kan so no omu ha. Market no, yeah, number one. And now you're close to more than 50,000 members. You members also a magazine ko compare. Then you know back. It's a more ye be na se mo timi factor bo so kan. Na se mo ko fa guta fon kwa kotra ho a. Guta na e wo no e associations ya fom guta. And na bo so kan e sa de ne ho. Se mo fe bi na ma fa bo so kan association na obi kotra ho. So no o ye good nti o kata ma trap industry na. E kwa. And so, where say I young from you, who to say, and then Pana, almost baby, to me, a boy, the force, budget your day. Yeah, the say me, say, almost say, but I may fix with a man before. I will report for them. Yes, but so they come with them. So I come with somebody, and the duty is still on the cost because they say duty because, yeah, on my penny, Mahama, as man and the Ghana food, I do not just to say or perform. No, or performing, one duty on my for my. No, you know, or some year, almost $6 billion from him, which is very good. Foundation of building, but who build the foundation? I need to be a what is a big dinner. Very good, but for tonight, if you don't mind, no, Ghana, you know, said the form. Now, I draw also more complaints on the form. Say, our man, that's a sea and a bed, a hard drink.
Kwame Asante entino onimonya for sesiado ena ekasa edema aboso kan spare parts dealers association no dia wo waka ede fa budget ho ena odi asuga no
Kwame Midday CP anyway man boy wie na nka ya mama ye yi ni ade aba de aye de gisem de chewa ene sasanse me amedia ne wa Kwame Asapoma ena ye ne no ekwatwetwe enkomofri aboso kan sapoyo eno no enti na chese de ene wonom a edi dwa ton ka ho pempena de aboso kan hwe animu se ene na wotwe ato is forcing edebetu dwa no enu bi ena yako akoti
na de Sapoma ne twetwe nkomo ese dollar ba fam a ene nchese spare parts ye ntebo so ba se dollar kosro de a wose spare parts ye tubom
ai
so ahu Ghana ni dwadini se dollar ba fam de a eno nkyere se ye nt spare parts
enyo no nko omo a edi dwa wo Ghana nyina no se dollar no kosro a obeto ne niamam ba ye te so de obeka kire se eye old stock.
So you want to tell me say dollar no bar from 1716 this year start now it was around 1615 as I say I'm 10 what's the son now the cock of fast spare pass bar and just a yente near my boss
I see duty no board
duty no we want do they want to tell us say 15 cedis per $1 and 16 cedis any day Emma womo
the charge portal
Kwame uni me how I was sad we say where share some drinks be I don't know me boy be say Coca-Cola share any more tagging me the cake kan ho eye brand ba ko awiase nyina wo hono mu de obeto no wa hanum Coke hanum be se 10 cedis no okọ Nigeria e ba Ghana sikamu a e be se 3 cedis
say enu bi na course we ma Sam George ne multi choice for
yeah it doesn't make sense
your case no peculiar nti wo de ye de ne
say ya no ma pebrof na mo de atoso ne ma pebrof
yes no yare no ni adure yes science
because I don't understand say dollar be do 17 cedis me kwa akotomok 18 cedis na dollar be 10 cedis me tomok 25 cedis
and na kire o man a otim no but ye nyina so wi a be se atene yensa wa aban so but aban ne hwan meni umienu
abusuafo yempem so na yenko yenim the vulnerable beto akoso asofa ewo Ghana society mu na no na Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly keme yeso wo mo ate bambo agina tukuo bi security task force bia wote wo hu egu emonten so na adroverfo aduasa na kyerese ne wo mo ankasa no lorry first me na be se no ne first no wo mo atwabo ya kyese nwudru a wo mo agie ne se adroverfo achi wo mo ewo santase ho no mo a na se passenger for no e delay sugidigidi entu wo ho no mo a se ufiri ketia anasa central market wo baby anasa bi a labor na se wo kwa santaso se wo kwa hifo se 5 cities na wo betua obom se na metini ni airpai 8 cities esan se enipa bo dompem crofo pom na che se wo mo pentem akofie ntino 5 cities wo so tua no akwa akotua 8 cities anasa 10 cities ankra ha de adrawa fo no ni meti fo mani atepa se wo Shoma estate anopa na wo kwa adwuma ofa wa no odo baba besi dome no wajew okose eko wudu dome a na se wo besi asi e ho se me kwa achimoto no wasan so aso achimota no waje odu achimota oseseke mu amugumu no no wasan so waje mo besan so akwa kra no wasan so waje mo enti fa wo betu ede frɛ bi a Shoma estate a eye be se 10 cities to Accra no by the time wo bedu Accra no atua be se 30 Ghana cities ebi na ekoso ya enam so a anamonto we koso e wa santimantamu yenti task force ni leader Sergeant Samson Dadson samwa odi tu dwobu ache sa dollarfo a wache wo no obi anu ho obefa no ho adi
ba santase amoji 10 cities from Krum no waji 10 cities ebi so ji 6 cities ti san krofo no ne be se bando from Krum to santase aye 4 cities ti wa ba ji abusu bia yesaka we be che odu akokemi akodile with time the whole day na ka mutika no ye peka de ma omo odo mo ko bi o yeso mo odo mo ko be continuous ye nya ni si ye beja until so mo beja no yeso omo nya je yeso nya emu na kokukemi na me adoma ye chere mo prosecutor amana odo mo duma yan tu petrol mu ana watu lolo fare mu esi a petrol ya teso normal fare na yeso obi anje normal fare wa beji abosu bia ye che we do be famra kwa so chere mra ne esi ne peso bia be bo ba ntitu game because ye tu petrol ma America to move first nti yantu mu de ni kwanso obi a de etum aju de fair o se o de oje esi all this come across on go school a de okonkon oba ro pofisi a na oba ye beji no akwa na meka kwa mate ni so ofa no obeji ni sika ese oje isa 10 cities ni ye peso gudai
we say Sergeant Samson dad see eno no na ni nyina da mu no passenger for B enso ene ye report atwetwe nkomo ebu a kire se task force no anamontuo no wo mani age esanse sade a kine woni ka wutu na ase trotro na abefo wo Ghana ha se dia ene obre ankasa
ni John Park ade bia say ya anajo ni papo ko eduma no wo mo pipe trade the 10 cities na man so di bia kwa yesen sometimes we offer coffee kejetia mejo we 10 say 5 6 7 be say for say 10 cities bien obi for 20 cities
me kwa nyambu me kwa yo mutumi kwa mi fi go be jami si ha o mu give me 5 cities o mu be jami si na mo give me kwa nyambu no ma take me 5 cities no ma fe na o hanya for 3 cities 3 cities no ma sa give me 5 cities me kwa nya ha ya me free no me
kokobi sana ka betia no ma fe MC city so mu di 10 cities enye fe ya pese Ghana ko ye 5 cities omuji 10 cedi ye pese Ghana ko ye nti de bia men say my esa e dwa before ko ba mi e ble
I man kwakọ ben 5 cities se se o ma di me 10 cities e se ameti na si adwan de ye ni je ho pa me se me chia 10 cities no na me anya nsa kwara se mo ta ato mi se ya mo ja se suban no ni ya woto ya ye pe e ti aba no hye na ni mo ntu na si so na ya bra pa e wa lo fe ho
passenger for many hunu ye ko na ye nua wo Asante mantem a woto ye nkra na na ntwibo asia ko de aka wo de ato aso de amaye hello na na wie ma han
mejezo mi aba
yo de aka kire bia no bo ye mu
me da se senia ye tie po ate ne won mo hwe on social media no so ehunu no o be pia Asante mantem a ebe ka kere ye be ka se won mo di passenger for etamine bono ya dia ekọ animu ba eno nti na akonya se kumase to pon beja no ebetu ho anamo complaints awodo akọ se bi mo se da actually bi mo so o tete no mfa memu nti na nam so ma ke me no extra task force no egu monten so a ni aya we wo se me se ebi wo kwa nanyi ebi awia se ya obedu klomba bi no na wo mo 5 10 cities ni ade a ni pebu anya se ka ho kra ye den na wo mo fa ho agi bibia ese sa nti na akonya se ke me betumi etu anamo a nyame ani me o tumi etu anamo nipa be asenkafo be dia asa no mo nsa ka won ma empremple ye ka se no o ma fine won mi yana won ma ye se so mo chem na o ye mini bus e be ka se TV ni bia no utia 500 and spenters no etia 800 and one more bro spenters no so akesi no so 1005 and I'll be tia on more no yen sama ya mo de mom na we no o mo se kokobo o mo di kan de abo asenkafo ye sa no so o mo anyai no mo sa tu bi odi a eno de nya de e be fine ye fine kra no a o be side wa court ama court no ebua o ama no so se ye de be kwa kotumu se no so de court no be kan no a city bi e won court na tumi de amount ye ka se de emu aduonu baako 21 ewo nipa be bia sa o mo chi won mpempe no won matumi afan won mo so mo nko na mo bo mo kokko na mo maka no o mo gusu ehwe fan so mo fan no mo betumi emiti no mo ja o ma hyen no e dia mo na mo sa akopio no mo koto won so mo yes ano a o mo chi o mo de no de o mo do me kokko tinti bi aba be pie mo Asante mantem kumase a ensem mo abeto ja no e illegal sem de ma apati nya po mo gusu a ese kopon ne se o me ko so a se o makwa ba mi san so se kumase kopon no a e keme no ye beka se mensi ahodo atwa ho ahye na omu nyina aba bewie e wo kedetia no so ese kumase kopon beja no na ase no so mo sha ase so mutu anamo ya e beboa ama passenger fo ho ayen ha wo no e wo akwati no ensem
yeda se ewie ene wamane ebo nana entwibu asiako eto yenkra edifree Asante mantem mu
Abusuafo ama yemfa seda ema Absa Bank se wama bank in ayefo ede amount wama no ayemre asanso aben waboboa no obetumi apia firi udemu a na chese o transact business na se wo deposit na o withdraw ni ade a ni nyina no eye banking service ni bi na wode ma e wo waboboa no eye Absa nko a na be ye ne sa ede amawo enu nti na wode Absa banking edia bana se Absa agency banking no wade aba se emeboa me no mienu na yekom enhehare yen ewo yesikasem ene ne ntutuye emu Absa banking agent no se enei se unya Absa bank agent bia ewo mpotemu ana se wo number bia na hu se obi ye Absa bank agent a kɔne nkyɛn na bɔ mmɔden sɛ wobɛtumi de wo kakrawa ato account no mu wobɛyɛ deposit saa nso so ɛna wobɛtumi ayi sika bills na wopɛ sɛ wotu adeɛ wobɛkɔ banking hall akɔyɛ no ne nyinaa no Absa Bank agent no ɔbɛyɛ ne saa fɛfɛɛfɛ de ama wo ɛyɛ Absa agency banking ɛna ama na ba ne saa ɛna wo nso so no sɛ wowɔ store bi woyɛ mobile money vendor bi na woyɛ adwuma a wobɛtumi nso abɛyɛ Absa Bank agent ama na yɛyie ɛno ane sɛ wobɛfrɛ Absa Bank for na nkyirimu a ɛwɔ hɔ biara no wɔmode ama wo na nso watumi abɛyɛ Absa Bank agent wobɛyɛ Absa Bank agent akae na hyɛ no nso sɛ sika ɛfiri mu ba wobɛnya kakra ɛde atwitwa wo ho enti ahomatrofoɔ no ɛyɛ 0531 036610 0531 036610 0531 036610 na afei waje enchemu bia ede afri Absa Bank ho na wonso watimi abeye Absa Bank agent no ebi na emom se wutie mi awie na wonam na sika ehye obotom kufu ni ade a wanhwe aya no makwa akwaje enti bowura nkwanche hwa na hwehwe Absa Bank agent bia na on deposit amount se de beya da hia dem no hia wa ade a no ase akone hwa na wakoyi wa ade se opese wodi bitua bills ni ade nso a ehwa e na wobekọ na wakoye no Absa agency banking was say is fast, easy and secure. Abusuafo ye sorry dwumadie no so awie na yamakwan ama osofo Samson Boni abetena se nene Samson Boni yire awoda Samson Boni yire awoda mo amunim se Samson Boni ewa yire no me papa yire na awoda obi beka sa ade na me nka se me maame me papa yire ene ye na awoda me papa Samson Boni ene ne yire birthday enti ye nyina ye ka se happy birthday enko enfama Ernestina Jijo Boni edi Boni no nanka first no bo na emudu pa na so me papa ase no me papa nko na ama emu ya ye ha enti Ernestina Jijo Boni ene eye wawoda me maame a won hwehwe ne ba mene no kokonso a wose abanomafo de mo ha adwene ade anti Jijo maame we show happy birthday ene nyame ma onyini ana 95 ya abaso ibenya bi na ode point 1 no aka ho na bibia aye kama anwumre ibo me papa nkwan na me anso agya abeku mabafia abesa nkwan kakra ne ade anti Ernestina Boni ene eye wawoda happy birthday nyame onka ho na wonhyiraw na oma nkwatente ahoden wom yeni adoye eni wachi bibi pa bi a wopɛ wa asase so no nyame emfa endomo sanso so ene bi enko emfa ma pastor lady pastor Alice von or the saying Van Dyke okay lady pastor Alice Van Dyke ene wonso so eye wawoda enti wonso no ma yema happy birthday lady pastor Alice Van Dyke we efri me papa Samson Boni ho wase ene o ma happy birthday. Yes, also yam fast da Emma Ella send adaroma odi to Facebook no so ma nya bi ehwe ye na afen so no ye poshe na nafia oforiwa enso so eboaye etoto entena no tenatena mani nyina Emma utumi eti se ye course ahodo no ede eba ewo kasebo iso nemum akenkanfo no eye memenda adehie mienu eda ba kwa ya nwu wo mu anachese ase yamene wani ni ye Oyikupiesie Kwame Asante hawia meni aba.
Ene so di president you.
Sao.
Say obo ho samnani de wutimi fa ye premo ato abono nsia premo ato abono nsia.
I'm a proud member Daniel.
Nana ma Agyarko abusu de mu na ase.
Yankopon kura de Kwame nti ya wo memenda na say onye easy sa.
Yenye easy.
Entoto ho ajeje mu si ya wo memenda.
Okay. Yeah, special.
Enti se nhiraba mu aye wo mu dwada kwadwo fo ne ade.
Kwadwo kura ne Kwame ama. Kwadwo adwa.
Sanipa enye. Abusu afọ ye sorry